Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Podcast, episode 127. And yes, I am checking the Podbean right now in order to make sure it's the right number. Yes, it is. Saddness and Knife Fights was the last podcast name. My name is Jeff, and joining me as always is Joff.
Josh?
Not Josh.
Joff?
Josh.
It's not Joffrey.
I mean, Joff is not here, but I will take his place as Joshua.
I mean, how many knives? How many knives did you bring to this week's knife fight?
Actually, I didn't bring any, and if someone does stab me, I brought a hug because I'm like, man, I don't really want to hurt anyone, so.
That's what we love about you, Josh. You don't hurt anyone. You just play Pokemon in the corner while two other people talk about the Middle East.
And wanting to promptly nuke it.
Yeah. And I'll be like, well, I'm gonna hide in my bunker, guys. See ya.
That person who wants to start nuclear war is Allan. Hi, Allan.
Hello.
How is wanting to start nuclear war?
I feel the urge to be the Imperium of Man, and summarily just thoroughly ending all life over there, as well as all life related to what is currently going on in the MTG community. Because
we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. You're going to get your rocks off at a later topic, okay?
I need to talk about 40K though, because holy fuck. Oh,
do I move him into something else?
No, yes, please. Before I fucking rage about fucking humanity.
Okay. I'm just gonna move him. Anyways, we should talk about something. I don't know what. Josh, you talk about something that you like.
Death Stranding came out with the trailer.
That was a good trailer. It doesn't explain anything.
Wait, what?
Oh, hell no, but fuck, it has a lot of shit in there, though.
It looks Death Stranding trailer.
Death Stranding trailer, new one.
And Bayonetta 3.
I don't know what these are.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on, see if I can find it. But yeah, so Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima joint, released a new trailer from the, what gaming event was that? That's an award show, right? Mm-hmm. What was it? It was like Spike TV or some shit?
Spike, it's the Game Awards.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, hold on. Death Stranding.
I'm gonna look up
reaction.
Bayonetta. I'll look up that one. I don't mind.
Okay, so this trailer is a bit long. It's 10 minutes.
I'll watch that one later. I'm just gonna watch this one. I'll watch Death Stranding's after.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shit thrown at you in this trailer, so I'm just kind of skimming over it right now. And so at first, there's narration saying that there was an explosion, and there was another explosion, and then you see the bloody feet of some soldier. And then you see Norman Reedus on the ground. Then he gets up and he's like, "Oh man, everything's fucked. Our car got fucked and people got fucked." And then you realize, oh, there's monsters around, and the monsters are invisible and they walk on hands, and they realize, oh, if you stop breathing, they don't see you. So they're like, fuck, stop breathing so you can get away from these fucking monsters. So the monsters ditch them. Then the guys start making noise. Then you start taken away by these oil ghosts. Then the oil ghosts are like, oh, this guy's dead, we don't want him. And then this guy who appeared out of nowhere, like a puppet strings, points towards this other bigger ghoul in the background, and then the guy's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die next. And then he's like, fuck, I need the gun to shoot myself. I missed. No, I get taken away in the sky. Then the guy's like, fuck, I need to stab myself repeatedly. So he starts stabbing himself, and he's like, oh, he's stabbing himself. And then like he gets
And then you have
thrown
the
into
oil
this
scene.
giant. Oh, yeah, like the fucking oil scene when the guy gets taken away is fucking amazing because I think one of them looks like Hideo Kojima because he's wearing the glasses.
It is the dumbest. It is the dumbest fucking.
Can you? By the way,
Like
is
it
the
goes all
most-
over the place.
Okay, Josh, I understand this. I get that you're going to tell me about this more and more and just rave about it for me. Link me the trailer so I can be up to date about this. Because I just watched the Bayonetta trailer. Damn, boy!
That looks good.
Boy, it looked real
looks
good.
like it looks like you need a. It looks like I need a Switch.
Yeah, I look like
It looks like I need a Switch.
Looks like I'm going to need a Switch too.
I mean, we all need a Switch, but in our lives because Zelda. But
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
And
fuck
then,
off.
Yeah, Pokemon, and then that game we're going to develop that uses every single amiibo, right? We're going to develop
I
that.
think that's just you.
I mean,
God damn it!
I mean,
okay, fine.
I would be down for developing that. Can it be a first-person
would
shooter where you put amiibos on it and then you get weapon skins?
Yeah, that could work.
That would be good.
Like every single amiibo known to man, even like the Fire Emblem and all that jazz.
It would
I mean,
require
I think
some
we
time.
have to. Yeah, we have to require like asking every single developer who owns every single amiibo.
What are you talking about? We'll just do Josh Amiibo reviews, get YouTube money, and then put that. I mean, YouTube won't demonetize us for being complete and total shitheads. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and apparently Norman Reedus has a baby inside of his own body. Like, god damn it, this trailer is so weird.
I think Norman Reedus ate the baby.
I don't think he ate the baby. I think that's like some sort of metaphor for like he's okay, so he's gonna wake up again, or some garbage. And also, he's holding that stupid weird urn thing that's holding a baby inside of it, and you can plug yourself into. And man, I hope this is some sort of like weird dream within dreams bullshit, because that's the only way to explain anything.
It probably won't.
If anything, the more I watch this, the more I keep thinking of what was that game? The Last of Us? No, not The Last of Us. What's the name of that? The guy gets jacked into the dream world, and it's called Union. He's a police officer. God damn it! I just saw a gameplay of this fucking thing. But anyway, the main story of that game is like, oh yeah, we put all these people's brains in jars, and we made this other universe that you can check yourself into because it made out of people's minds. But it turns out, oh no, psychopaths can easily manipulate the world around them in this universe. So it's like, oh dear, we need to fix this somehow.
Are you talking about Evil Within?
Yes, that's what it was.
That game.
Because the more I'm looking at like Death Stranding, more I'm like, Evil Within makes sense in this type of like, it's all this dream, like all the like how nothing makes sense, how people are exploding within people. There's babies getting like it makes sense if everything was a dream.
It does. Now, that being said,
We're talking about with Evil Within, right? 'Cause what?
yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
We went from Death Stranding
we went from
to
Death
Evil
Stranding
Within.
to Evil Within.
Now we have to
Yeah.
talk about Bayonetta, which is fucking amazing because it shows nothing.
I mean,
it actually shows,
it shows nothing.
But that
Other
sweet
than the
ass.
shoes falling over. There wasn't much of ass or anything. It's just more of like
Those legs,
her.
those great, magnificent legs of modeling goodness, made by Jesus
boy.
himself, forged by Odin's pyre. Am I doing this right? Am I?
Well, sort of.
I think you know what? I'm more excited for the Death Stranding trailer because I'm more excited to finally play a Kojima game and actually like lose my shit. I just want to lose my shit.
I'm gonna quickly watch this in the background while we're talking about this. But I'm not gonna lie. What makes it really funny for me right now, the thing that I'm really excited about, other than Bayonetta, is the fact that that with this how do I want to phrase this? current situation related to a certain person I'm not going to mention on the podcast because we're not going to talk about it here. We're going to be polite and avoid stabbing each other in the throats, in the neck, and the face. But
it's going to be really tense at the next meeting.
I'm all I'm gonna do is just go and just fly away. I'm like,
but no, Jeff knows about this, and so does Iron Legion. I can't remember his name. Like I can't actually remember his name. Just kind of. But I've started following Count Dankula, and holy shit! I cried so much last night because holy fuck, he is. Okay, just so everyone knows, he's that guy who made the pug do the Hitler salute. He's the guy who might go to jail because making a joke. That's just so everybody knows. It's been really. I was just casually watching through some of his videos. And I came to one of them which is Nostrum Dank, Dankus, and it's just so funny because he's talking about how back in 2016 he starts making predictions. One. Everybody's just going to keep constantly criticizing Trump. And then he shows the video of everybody constantly criticizing too. Two, everything's going to be a race issue. And then, of course, all these videos come up with everything being race issue. Three, everything's going to be about free speech is going to be we're going to end up going to jail if you say the wrong pronoun for a transgender person. And then it shows what happens with C-16. And as such, a lot of people are going to be pushed more and more towards the alt-right. Shows that thing, and then it comes to fifth is, and I'm going to be in jail, and then it just cuts away from that, and it's just a black screen. He goes, fuck. I was oh.
So to explain to people who don't understand, Allan has recently discovered the wonders of the internet.
I haven't just recently.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Discovered that it's I've discovered one of the funny ones on the internet.
Funny is an understatement.
Mind you, the other person you linked me about. By the way, we're going to talk about this real quick because I actually really want to talk about this because Jeff linked me a video about something that happened.
Oh God.
And.
Oh God, I know what this is, and fuck, man, that is fucking.
I gotta do one thing, but we can start talking about something else. But I gotta move real quick, so just keep talking.
So Josh, you know how we were talking about women's and people and stuff like that in the magic community? So a porn star recently had the audacity in order to say that she did not want to sleep with a gay man for concerns. And this resulted in her killing herself after people tried to educate her on things.
What?
Exactly.
Okay.
Are you listening to me?
I lost me at female who is straight didn't want to sleep with gay man.
Porn industry. Porn industry is an important part in this.
Okay, so they were both getting paid?
Yes.
Okay, and girl did not want to sleep with gay man?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, do thing with gay man?
Girl did not want to do thing with gay man.
Okay. Just simply because just cause.
Concerns for her body.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Understandable.
Yes. Understand.
In fact, I'm surprised how the porn industry doesn't have some sort of thing like for checking out the.
They do.
Your fucking actors, making. Well, I mean, yeah, like they should.
But making sure that
if they don't, then it's like, what the fuck.
So, Josh, the lady I'm talking about is dead. She was harassed into killing herself.
Huh.
People
know that.
Left wing.
Nope. Let's not say that. By people who were educated into thinking that it was okay in order to attack somebody into killing themselves, and told one of them, I believe, even said something along the lines of all you have to do is either apologize or take a cyanide pill. We'll take both. What the fuck?
which pisses me off to no end. Like, legit to no end.
So this is my opinion on it and stuff like that. I look at the magic situation. I go, oh God, thank God there isn't. Oh God, this is terrible. This happened, and I was like, oh, thank God there isn't a body. Like the utter smut that these people are saying. The fact that they're saying, oh, I wish she was alive so I could educate her.
It only sucks that No, what made the night was the fact that when she saw it, because she was like, "Oh, I'm getting my Christmas present right now." We're like, "Yeah." She opened the bag and she's like, "What's this?" And then she pulled it out and she looked at it. She's like, "Oh my God!" You know those gifs where somebody starts crying. That happened. And I was like,
I feel so happy.
I feel like I did a good thing. I feel like I'm a good person, and I'm just
You're
trying
not.
to be. I'm really not. Everybody
you're not.
Everybody in this chat knows that. But what makes it even funnier is the fact that we hung out for the evening and stuff like that. We were telling her, it's like, yeah, no, now you can do all your drawings and stuff like that, because she draws really, really well art. I'm gonna link it in chat if I can find the image that she gave me for one of her character drawings, and it's just it's so good, because now she'll be able to like actually do her art style online and actually get like maybe getting people to actually like go, hey, I'd like to buy some. I'd like to get this. I'd like to get that. But it's just nice because she's considering doing tokens as her first thing. Like MTG tokens.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
I'll get the image and let you guys. But I don't really have much to talk about this week because not much actually happened this week for me, because I was having.
I went through the ringer this week or last week, so yeah. If you guys want to talk about that, I'm down, but I would rather not.
I'm up for it. I'm up to hear about this.
So last week, I had to put my dog down, or one of my dogs down. I have two dogs. And I've done this once before, and you know, it hurts.
It fucking sucks.
It did. It actually does, because I've had him for a long time, and yeah, it just ripped at the heartstrings a little bit, this one. In other news, Titan V got announced, so Volta's real. So I'm now like debating about holding off on that and stuff like that. I'm not getting into my dog's death because I just don't feel like it's time yet.
On the topic of dogs' deaths and stuff like that. So what happened with one of my buddies at work this year is his dog died. You remember that? His dog died while he was at work with me. So I know it's nothing like what I've experienced. I understand that, but like I can understand what you're going through, because like it's not an easy process. It's actually like the most.
What it was like, I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna go, and I'm going to leave
and not say anything to anyone.
And I went to work, and I was just like, okay, let my coworkers know, and I just, I said my dog might get put down today, and they go, okay. You feeling okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not going to be super great or anything like that. So I'm sitting there. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. And then I wasn't fine, and that was a large part of my day that day. You okay?
Yeah, I actually had a dog pass away as well. Its name's Sadie.
Oh, Sadie
And
passed away?
Basically, yeah, it's a mixed dog. I think it's eight.
The Grim Reaper just.
I mean, to be.
I'm dead. Some Magic the Gathering asshole came up and started beating them in front of mine and Josh's faces.
Yeah, well, the dumb thing is like mine passed away a year ago at least. So it's been a long time, but it's kind of sucks though, because if anything, it's the dog that's not dumb, but if anything, it taught us how to treat her. Because
you how to handle. You will do as I
pretty
say,
much,
or else I'm calling the police.
Exactly.
That kind of dog. I know exactly what kind of dog that I have. I have one upstairs that's exactly like that.
Yeah. So basically, if anything, she was really smart because she was half poodle, half Yorkie, I think, because she had long hair. Yeah, and she had long hair, and she was small, like medium-ish size, and it was just a really nice dog. And yeah, she passed away like a year ago, so it just sucks. Although I think we have another dog in the house. It's actually my brother's girlfriend dog, named Dee Dee, and I could not tell you what breed of this dog is because it looks like a little bit of everything. But from what I can tell, it looks like a husky and a bulldog and a corgi mixed all together.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding. This dog is such a smorgasbord of weird shit, and the dog is actually just quite adorable and friendly, despite being such a like a big lump of a dog. In fact, a couple times you just lay on the couch and just trying to watch some television or play a game or something, and this dog will just manhandle you because it feels like a tiny linebacker is just jumping over on your chest because it's like, I don't know, a 150-pound dog. So you're like, oh God, I'm getting crushed.
See, I have to go through that with my dog. My other dog right now is he'll just like start hitting me. Like his front paws. Yeah. So like there was one day I was going down the stairs and he did that and I almost fell down the stairs. It was just like this small little like Shih Tzu sized pup and he just runs up and just nails me. And my other dog just looks at me and just like is like looking at me and just going, huh.
Idiot. You should have looked out.
Right.
Yeah.
Life sucks right now.
Well,
Volta 2 got in out. Volta is announced. It's a real thing. It's it's $3,000.
The Volt.
Titan V
3,000?
is $3,000 fucking dollars.
I can get 3 iPhones with that.
You can get 2 iPhone X's for that money. You could get.
I mean, Canadian money.
Canadian dollars.
Yeah, Canadian money.
Volta is NVIDIA's new GPU.
I'm actually going to ask you to link this in chat because I want to see this bullshit.
You're going to die of laughter when I'm like, here you go.
Yes.
It's gold plated.
Gold plated.
It's gold fucking plated. It has HBM2, I think. So it's everything we wanted and then some.
It's good. It's good to post post like a product link or like some info on it, because as for right now, I saw a picture of it and someone making fun of it on Twitter, and that's about it.
I mean, you know the asshole is going to buy this and then water cool it. It's going to be like.
I mean, people were buying, what was it, 1080s or 10 whatevers for.
It just looks like the person who has that on a blower configuration is going to be the biggest d-bag at the LAN party. You just know for a fact. Because it's like,
what's even the output on that?
It's like 1100 teraflops apparently. What does that even mean?
Yeah, well, I'm asking like, what sort of output does this thing have? Like, does it have DVI? Is that special weird DVI with a small weird port?
It looks like it's 3 display port, 1 HDMI.
Okay.
So, it's the stupidest fucking card on the planet. It's $3,000. You could buy 3 iPhone X's.
Hold up. What the fuck? Why?
Because PC gaming demands it.
Because I have money to throw around, okay?
Because PC gamers demand it.
Die-cast aluminum body.
It's the most Apple graphics card on the planet, Alan.
I can't wait for like 10 years to pass, and then someone's cracking open an old PC cab and going, "Man, this would be great for my retro PC make." Like, Jesus.
$3,000.
I can't wait.
Limit 2 per
Can't wait for that. It'd be great.
Holy shit.
I mean,
well, it's meant for deep learning. You would actually buy this stupid thing.
I have the money because I can afford it. First off.
Yeah, you totally would. You dirty whore.
But you have to eat noodles for the next 3 months.
I actually straight up afford it without going into debt. I have $30,000 put away. I can afford this.
Oh right.
I can literally turn around, put the money down, pick up the thing, and go thank you, and then walk away and never have
you could buy a Mustang for that money. Not a good Mustang, but a Mustang for that money.
I don't want a Mustang. I want a.
Yes, you do. Shut up.
You can buy a decent car.
You could buy a Honda Civic for that money.
That'd be a good Honda Civic. Get like a freaking heat sink or not heat sink. Freaking.
When I buy a new car, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a Subaru.
It's gonna be a Hyundai, and it's gonna be like a small car like I currently have.
Why would you buy a Hyundai?
Because I currently have a Hyundai.
I am so disappointed in you.
I have a Hyundai Accent, and it's been running fine for 5 years. The only problem I've had with it is I need to replace my power steering belt once.
That sounds like the opposite of my Mustang problem.
Are Toyotas still indestructible, or is that changed?
Define indestructible.
Because I was like,
the current series that are like the current car company that I think Dodge
Dodge and Ford are the best.
I wouldn't say Ford. Ford's good for being solid,
fun,
but not
and stupid. They're fun and stupid cars.
Because every time I think of like, oh man, I just want this one car because it seemed impressive, was Top Gear destroy this one Toyota truck, and it still fucking worked. It's like it couldn't die. So I was like, I want this truck. I don't care. I want this truck. It's like it works no matter what you do to it. I want this truck. I want that car. That's it. That's what I want.
No,
like, I could just forget.
Josh, what you want is you want an all-wheel drive Challenger, because that car would last you the winter and the summer. That's all
I think so. Or I just get, or hell, I get a Tesla.
Oh God.
Please don't.
I mean, yeah, I'll get a Tesla. Whatever, I'm fine.
If you bought a Tesla, I would laugh my head off.
Let me get into the. I'll buy one right now. Let me get to the website here.
I have $0 in my bank account.
Yeah. Okay, let me just buy it. And done.
Jesus. No, so, my God, I can't stop that. Star Wars is next week.
That thing.
I got my tickets for next Sunday. One person might be dropping out because they don't know what's going on with their family Christmas dinner. Because, thanks.
Just tell them that they're stupid.
I have, and they said family's really important to me, and I'm like, well, I guess you're Italian, so I guess that's kind of a given. But the thing that I'm actually like really, really excited about with the movie coming out is the fact that that Rey might actually get a fucking character design or a character like setup that she's actually interesting with. But that's just me. But what makes it really actually really happy about this for me is that this will set the tone for episode 9, given that episode 7 didn't actually set any tone. This is almost like you can watch this and not have to watch episode 7. Besides maybe the characters. Besides that. That's it. So I'm going into this with a possibly like, well, okay, let's see what we do with this. And right now,
You don't care.
Right now, I'm worried I'm going to get hurt. And I'm worried I'm going to get hurt because I love you, Disney. I really do. But I know what's going on with Marvel, who's currently one of your subsidiaries.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to hurt if that happens to Star Wars. So here's my advice. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be diverse for the sake of diversity. Because that's a bad life choice on your part. You know it, I know it, they all know it. Okay, thanks. This is a message from your sponsors.
Oh boy.
Sorry,
I'm trying to find this damn meme image, but I can't find it anywhere, so I'm just going to explain it. I'm trying to share that someone replaced the who was the guy that had the power gauntlet in Marvels? I forget.
Thanos.
It was
Thanos. Yeah,
Thanos.
where they were.
Someone just put Mickey.
Oh my god!
They put a Mickey Mouse head over top Thanos, and then put the power gauntlet, and instead of the gems, it was each one of Marvel,
Star Wars,
then Star Wars, and then all of the.
Just so you know, Fox might be getting bought out by Disney.
I hope. I almost want that to happen, but at the same time, I don't want that to happen.
Just so you understand and know this, that you completely understand the relevance of this, is that Aliens becomes part of Disney franchise, which means xenomorphs, which are born from a xenomorph queen, are now all Disney princesses.
Woo! That's all I wanted for Christmas! Yes!
How do you make Josh excited? You say xenomorph.
You make a freaking xenomorph a princess! That's what I want!
Josh is excited. I can picture this in my head right now. It's so fucking great. Oh my god.
I just want some sort of like, if this goes through and someone on Twitter like posts this realization of this, this could be the new sixth gem on the gauntlet.
Somebody has realized this and posted it, and it's fucking great. I'm gonna find the post because I actually have it. Where is it? Oh, I actually have to talk about that. That's actually for gaming. I actually can talk about that because I'm allowed to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it in the other chat? Hang on, I posted in the wrong chat. Nope, that's the wrong one. Posted. Oh, I might not have saved it, but yeah, no, that's the reason why is like somebody on Twitter actually posted that as a comment about the fact that Fox might be being bought out by Disney, and I'm so happy that's a thing because now that means that means Disney can casually ship some assets back to Fox or back to Marvel. X-Men. Mutants.
Do you really want Deadpool being run by Disney?
Deadpool is currently run by Disney.
Yeah.
Yes,
is
it
it?
is.
I thought.
It is. That's the reason why they did that trailer with the actor, like the host actually like asking Ryan Reynolds, "Oh, is it gonna be PG?" And it's like, well, he's not really a parentally good figure, and it's like, oh, come on, you gotta realize that it's gotta be a family friendly show. They're being made by Disney. He's citing off all these things, and you see Deadpool walk in the background, pick up a fucking light, smash him across the head, and he leans down and goes, and he's like, "Don't worry, Susie, he won't hurt you ever again." He crumples up an image, and it's like, and yes, Deadpool will be rated R.
That's amazing. Oh, and speak about what's his face that plays Deadpool. He's voicing Detective Pikachu.
I heard about that, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I wanted.
I'm like, yes. I mean, it's not. It's not gonna be fucking Danny DeVito that we all wanted, but this is close enough.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with this. If it was Danny DeVito,
Are you-
I would have been like,
Are you really?
I am actually.
No,
okay
you're
with
not.
it. Yes, I
Don't
am.
say you are. No,
I am.
you're not. You're not okay with this.
Dude, I
mean,
am
I think
stroking
it-
a hard
I
off
think
right
it-
now with how.
No, you're not.
I mean,
You wanted this video of Danny DeVito with a Pikachu plushie saying, "Oh look, I dropped my massive condom from my Magnum dong." That's what you wanted. You wanted Pikachu just being a fucking like douchebag.
I agree, but at the
I
same
mean-
time, I look at the situation and go, honestly, I can accept Ryan Reynolds because I think Ryan Reynolds could pull that off too.
I think Ryan Reynolds could pull off anything. You go, Ryan Reynolds.
Is-
I wonder what the Disney princess for a xenomorph would sound like.
Right?
Man, I'm just trying to think of the theme song. It'd be so
you need to understand,
weird.
The best Disney princess, without a doubt. Now that Fox will be folded into Disney, now that Disney will have complete control over Deadpool, would be Deadpool as the Disney princess because he's the best Disney princess. Because he wants to.
Of course he would be.
Because not only that,
He would
not only
just-
that, he wants to ban Death, who is a hot babe. By the way. Like she's smoking hot
Oh,
in the comics.
isn't there a love triangle with Thanos, like trying to get
Him,
Death,
and
but
Death.
Death likes
Yes.
Deadpool more?
Yeah. It's actually hilarious. I love the fact that that's a love triangle. No, but yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say when people say, "Oh yeah, that's totally a love triangle," but I'm like, well, it's really a line with 3 dots. In order for it to be a full triangle, Deadpool will have to like Thanos.
Hey. Never said he doesn't.
It's never. Hey, that could be still a possibility. There could be a true triangle here.
You gotta remember. Deadpool sexually identified as an attack helicopter.
He does it.
And he would bang every Marvel character. You do realize that.
No, I don't realize that. I didn't want to know.
Yes, you do.
Anyways,
Oh, now I know this useless trivia. Where can I use this useless trivia?
in not buying Destiny 2.
Why not?
Oh yeah, your DLC shenanigans, isn't it? So
How do we explain
if I
this?
remember correctly,
Destiny has
Yeah.
just locked out Nightfalls, Crucible, and I think a few other things out of Destiny 2 because people do not own the expansion. Yes. So
Suddenly nobody wants to play Destiny 2.
I like Destiny 2.
oh look at that! Oh look at that! Almost 30% of people dropped out. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, did you guys hear about what happened? What's happened with EA? Oh, fuck.
I did, and I went like, wow.
Wow.
Wow!
No, the thing that's getting me with recently is the fact that you can actually look at the 3 companies that are going on with this, with Destiny, Battlefront, and the new UFC game being the fucking retarded. Is the fact that loot boxes are now being considered, gambling in several countries. I think it's Belgium, Hawaii, and I think there's one other. I think there's a small country that's actually walleting into that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, what makes it really funny for me is how does this affect Blizzard? Because, hey, that's a thing.
Because for the most part, Blizzard well, for their MMOs at least, people kind of expect this dirty bullshit stuff because it's MMOs. But when it comes to like you're buying a product that's $60 and then you have to put more money into said thing, it's gonna become way more scummy as time goes on.
Yeah, no. Another thing that actually surprised me greatly, what was happening with EA and that bull crap, is the fact that they were planning to put in cosmetic stuff for Battlefront.
Oh, you heard about that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, that's how you do loot boxes. Make it cosmetic so it doesn't affect the gameplay.
And then they're like, it's impossible for us to add this. And then some hacker was like, no, it's right here. I don't know what you guys talking about.
Yep.
Yep.
The more you kind of look at this stuff, you kind of have to shake your head and go, wow. When we
go further into our video game development, and people could be like, I sure hope the Black Mind Games doesn't go into fucking loot boxes. We'll just point to this fucking podcast and go, let's just listen to this one.
No.
You hear our opinion?
No. Here's the thing. Loot boxes are a good thing when done right.
Yeah, so what's the right way then? Just cosmetic? Because even just cosmetic could be weird.
Or what you do is you...
No. It has to be nothing but cosmetic. Because the moment it starts influencing play, it becomes a very, very slippery slope. It's a very, very bad...
Or what you do is
Well, the thing is, even with cosmetics, that can still be a slippery slope.
You do cosmetics.
I mean...
And you,
for people who are just have like, let's say compulsive or
can I finish what I was going to say, please? Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was trying to do, but Jeff, sorry to interrupt.
I know. That's why I said that.
What an asshole, eh?
No, not really.
Yeah, I know. I know. Josh is such an asshole.
Josh is a great guy.
Anyway, continue.
What I was going to say was what I hope is going to happen, and what I think we should consider is, yes, items can affect gameplay. And yes, you can get those items out of loot boxes. But you can still get those items via playing the game.
Yeah.
And the way that you do that is you have it so that, like, at the end of each match, you say, oh, you have this much credits. You can buy a loot box and get a gold version of this gun that gives you no extra incentive or anything under the sun, or you can just buy the gun.
Yeah.
And then when people are like, oh, man, I bought a gold gun, and it was great.
Surprise!
I'm going to sell it on Steam for money. Then we go sit there and they're just like clacking our hands and go, yes, our economy is great. That's all we need to do.
I disagree with selling it on Steam, but okay.
Hey, everyone's a critic.
Well, okay, you realize that leads to like.
I'm kind of in the class.
The CS:GO. So it has to be,
I'm in the class.
Nothing but cosmetic. Have to earn it through a progression. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, if I'm ever going to be in a game that or game development that says, hey, yeah, we're going to have loot boxes, it'd be like, well, can we get it separately from the loot boxes? Can we get it through grinding? Is it even plausible to get it through grinding? Is it 50 hours or is it 20 or is it 10? Like, at least to be a glimpse of you can freaking get it, not like some deep hole that you have to keep going down and hope you can get it.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. I personally, for me, I like how Blizzard has the currency system set up for Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, and stuff like that. I don't agree with it in Overwatch because I'm still mad about it.
It's terrible.
Go through fucking loot boxes, but loot boxes implemented correctly or straight or in like a very responsible way can be great. It can add actually a lot of things. Mm-hmm. The problem is getting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mm.
Oh, so Armello did a thing to me.
How did Armello fuck you this time?
So they've announced the new character pack, which is called Rivals. And they've the day before they release the character's design and the name and stuff like that, what he looks like and stuff like that, they post a silhouette image online. So the first one was a hare, which besides the wolf clan that you can play in the game, is my favorite clan to play. And the first guy that they introduce, and fuck these assholes for doing it. I'm like, oh no, he's handsome, was my response when I first saw it. And Christina, who was sitting next to me when I said that out loud, giggled with me because she was like, that's fucking funny. And here he is in chat, and they've been announcing every one of these characters as they've been going along. And today they announced the Bear Clan one. They have one character left to show off now, which I'm okay with. I'm actually really excited about seeing what this fucking Wolf Clan one would be, because the Wolf Clan's all about honor, duty, and stuff like that. But then they showed off this guy for the Bear Clan, and I'm like, how is that a bear?
Daddy's so bear. It's such a bear. Don't you know how bears do, Catherine?
He looks like a raccoon.
He looks like a raccoon or a fucking ferret.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They've announced they're going to do a beta testing for it next Monday through Wednesday. And then the week after, they're releasing it as DLC, as like paid DLC. And I'm like, I'm up for this because that means I get to play these characters before I decide to buy this DLC for $10, $15, which I'm okay with because it's character edition, and you don't have to buy it because if you run into somebody who has the pack online, they go, oh, hey, you're playing with somebody who has the characters in their roster. Hey, why don't you try out these characters and play them in game? So I'm kind of excited about this. And yeah, like, I'm actually, like, I hate the fact that fucking this game has drawn me back in because I haven't played it in like 2 months because I'm like, I need to leave it alone.
I have a life. Let me stop sucking my life blood out of me. Stop it. No. And you just turn into a full-fledged furry and you're sucked into the game.
I mean, I already am. So like this
No, but I mean real life. Then you're, for a second you're like, oh no, and then you get sucked into the video game through the screen.
I'm gonna respond with, I don't know how that's a bad thing because this is a medieval like kind of like play for the throne game. So I'm like, yo, I'm up for this, bro. Send me in, coach.
No, but the thing is,
be in there, coach.
No, but the thing is though, you're not the main player. You're an NPC.
You think that sounds like a bad thing to me?
I can't. So I mean, it's kind of the same.
I will be a main character.
Good luck with that.
I will overthrow the king of Armello. but like, all honesty, it looks like they haven't shown what these characters are going to be doing. But when one of the characters is and I'm like, yo, I don't know how I feel about this. When she's that, and her title is the Butcher Baroness, I'm like, timeout. What is this?
I don't know. Looks like fat material.
So that's the reason why is not only is it like I'm really excited for this because like I know I keep saying it. I'm 110% excited for the fact that this game is a game and that I get to have new characters for a game I really enjoy playing from time to time. But what makes me really, really giddy is the fact that the trailer for this new expansion has the actual main character, the rabbit named Amber, one of the first characters they ever introduced for the game, along with Thane, Sana, and Orcusio, who, by the way, is the fucking rat. His talent is the rogue. Fuck him. But her paracel rolls into screen completely destroyed, and you're like, well, shit. So I guess I get to see what these characters are like here in like 3 days. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I should probably mute Allan for a second so you can just jerk
I'm
it
not
for a moment, and then.
Also, they did announce that the game's coming to getting box releases for all the systems, except for the Switch.
Oh.
It's getting 2 box releases for Xbox One and PS4, and it's also getting a box release for PC, which I fucking giggled at because I'm like, have it on Steam. If you can't get it through Steam, you don't want it. Because nobody buys PC's games at fucking stores anymore. Don't you know that?
Yeah, no one buys PC stuff at stores. It's all on Steam or GOG or EA or what's another one? Uplay.
We don't count Uplay.
Just mutter that under her breath with the fuck you. Uplay, fuck you. Or do the what's that show? Corner Gas. Whenever they mention that one town,
because their dog River and they're talking about whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, they keep whatever anyone says the name of the other town, they immediately spit on the ground. So it's like whenever says one of us say you play, we just spit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That show is so old and so good. But no. Actually, I'm going to bring up the topic of loot boxes in this game. This game actually has a system that I completely agree with for their loot boxes. As you like level up and progress in this game in multiplayer, which is the way you want to do this, is the fact that as you unlock them, you get chests and keys. That's what you get. You also get, and through these chests and keys, all you get is cosmetic designs for dice and stuff like that. So currently on the store, they have a list of dice they can get through what you can get through their chests. And they also have like skins and stuff like that. They don't add anything to these games. They're just really cool looking skins. But each one of them comes with like certain things that you can get, stuff like that. And it's actually like really, really cool. I'm like, yo, show me this hot biz. Hot diggity dog. And this is how you should do loot crates too. Because these are chests you earn by, playing the game. And it's not hard. You get more keys than you get chests in the game, though. But that's beside the point. And everything is just cosmetic. There's no game-changing stuff like that, except for fucking one dice. And I understand why it is. It's cosmetic, but at the same sense, it's also gameplay related. And what this dice does is it starts off looking like a royal dice, which is perfect, clean, gold-trimmed dice. But as you start progressing down the rot line, which is what, like, you get killed by beings, you start using items that give you rot, or you use spells that give you rot, dice slowly changes into rot dice, which is black, corrupted, purple. And it's just like, hey, I get to see how far along this line I've progressed. Hey, roll the dice. It's a really cool and little fun thing related to it, though. But
yeah, I just unearthed a post here of people of 4chan digging into the new trailer of the Death Stranding, and apparently they've uncovered a. What was it? So at the end of the trailer, you see this. He's standing on a giant crater, and they're.
I want to so badly.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they're digging up metaphors upon metaphors of like deep in like they're realizing like oh fuck maybe this is about
deep metaphors. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like oh fuck okay so maybe this is about nuclear. Maybe it's about they're like maybe it's about nuclear.
I know this shit.
Yeah, so they're like maybe it's about nuclear bombs, maybe it's about it's like oh maybe it is, and they start looking at deeper and it's like oh wow all these references to other things it's just everywhere, and they're like yeah it's
one of those games you're like
yeah It's gonna take you centuries to figure all this shit out.
Yep.
And then compile that with the writer that Kojima's best friends with. It's like, oh man, it's gonna take a good 100 years to unlock all the secrets in this fucking behind this Pandora's box.
I'm actually worried that the gaming community is going to kill itself on this game. Like straight up, I'm like legit worried that there's going to be dead bodies at the end of this because people are going to be like, oh, there's secrets within secrets, and like there's going to be like 3 more people were found dead today because of Death Stranding. How do we know it was caused by Death Stranding? Well, the fact that the game was running in the background where we found the bodies.
The game was always there, turned on.
The man apparently hasn't left his room in 4 days.
People say Kojima himself came out of the television like the girl from the Shine, or girl from The Ring, and it just said some freaking metaphor bullshit and went back into TV, and people were like, "What?" and their heads exploded.
Yeah, no, oh, dude, I can't help but fucking giggle at like how crazy the internet's getting over this shit. Like, I understand that, like it's par for the course when it comes to a fucking Kojima game. Because it's fucking Hiroji Kojima. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I just giggle every time I hear like, holy shit, there's layers within layers of fucking meaning in these images.
It gets better. Oh, good.
It goes deeper. We gotta go deeper.
We have to go deeper.
Dig deeper. Oh God, we dig too deep. Dig up. Gotta dig up.
What makes me giggle about the fucking game too is the fact that it's like you look at the game, like, because it doesn't show any gameplay in the trailer, I don't think, because I haven't been able to watch it yet. But you can tell for a fact that it's going to be a horror game. It's going to be referencing a bunch of other Kojima's fucking games. I'm okay with that. I'm excited for that because that actually sounds like a really, really cool idea for a game. But the big but here, by the way, like, damn girl, back that ass up. But what worries me about this game is the fact that it might be overhyped.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. A lot of people want this game to be good. Whether or not it is going to be another story.
Yep.
And I don't care enough in order to sit there and say, yes, this game's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be the greatest game ever made, and it's blah, 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 and pixies and stardust will be raining out of everyone's ass. Like, no, I don't care enough in order to sit there and say that. I do think, however, it's going to be an interesting thing. That being said, I don't know. I have to look. So, that being said, I think that's a podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about Warhammer tonight because we'll talk about it another time.
Do you want to briefly talk about Warhammer? Because I'm kind of...
So what happened with Magic the Gathering? We've all heard about like how somebody got a fucking lifetime ban. But so what one of the Warhammer 40K community groups did is like, good on fucking Wizards of the Coast for doing this, even though they really, really shouldn't have. Is the fact that this group was just like, oh, well, let's hope GW follows along with this because we don't want bullying in our community and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, please, no, you don't want this because that's like a precedent you really don't want anything to do with because it's nothing but like wrong thing that Jeremy fucking...
You know what? Like, here's the thing is that, like, there's only one valid piece of evidence that he did harass her.
That isn't even valid.
And he doesn't even mention a name.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't add anyone. He doesn't mention a name. He doesn't do anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anyways, you know what? I think that we're done.
Call it a night.
Yeah.
That's a podcast.
I'm busy looking at this tech stuff right now because I'm just trying to think about something stupid.
Just so everyone knows, next week's podcast will be the last one for the year of 2017. We'll be doing our next podcast in 2018 so that we can have time to spend time with our family and friends.
Are you talking about the 22nd?
Yeah.
We will probably do a small episode for Christmas. That being said, yes,
Maybe.
There's going to be a small episode for Christmas. Like a 30-minute episode.
Oh.
All right.
30-minute. You could probably pull that off.
30 minutes, 2.5 hours later.
It's no. Like I'm thinking, we'll talk about this later.
That's the reason why I'm like, don't promise a timestamp. Just say we'll do a little one. Hopefully,
we'll do a little one. We're probably gonna do a little one.
But yeah, thank you for joining us tonight on the Black Mind Podcast, and we will see you all next time.
You can listen to us on Podbean every Thursday, and you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Black Mind Podcast is posted to YouTube, iTunes, and Podbean, as mentioned before, and we are posting on Thursdays. Have a good night, everyone. Ciao.
And don't forget about xenomorph princesses. Booth babes. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with booth babes as long as the place you're going to / the event is accepting of booth babes in the first place.
Here's my thing is that,
but
here's my.
But at the same time, it's like, for video games and for freaking tabletop card games, probably not.
Probably not.
But the same, yeah, probably not. Especially if there's gonna be like, selling to kids or some shit, and it's like, you know what? No, probably not. But at the same time, like, is for just paying for people to dress up as whatever to show up at an event, like, you know what? That's fine as long as it's acceptable to some degree.
But yeah, I just don't think that. I think that the problem is much more of if she got there legitimately, like actually won a couple of tournaments and then showed up at the Get Up and stuff like that, it would have been funny. And if they paid her in order to do commentary and stuff like that, it would have been probably better and more saving of face. Because you think about these events and stuff like that, like when Jessica Negri shows up to an event, she doesn't dress up.
No.
Not
unless she's there to be a character for a game which she's representing. That's the only time she dresses up. But when she goes to be
last time, and if I recall correctly, one of those times she literally got taken to the back and said, "You're not supposed to be dressed like that. Put something else on."
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but I'm okay with that. Because
no one brought it past the fucking cosplayers / people who paid her saying this is not acceptable wear to bring to the fucking show in the first place. So it's like,
it only happened once, and I think it happened at E3 or a.
It was a Penny Arcade Expo.
Oh, was it Penny? Okay, so
Penny
in other words,
Arcade.
you mean the thing that's actually got some pretty fucking strict.
Well, they don't.
It was for Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yes,
it was one of the Lollipop.
It was because you got to remember, Penny Arcade is actually like incredibly PG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the big thing is like I'm sorry, I would not be comfortable with that.
So yeah, like if an event is super PG, then I'm like, well, someone should have fucking told these people, but whatever. or at least looked into it. But no, I don't think anyone ever did.
I think it's
Because they're like, fuck it, it's E3, and I'm like, it's not. No, not really.
No,
not E3.
no. The real big thing for me with the Jeremy thing is if you actually pay attention to the evidence that they provided against him, and in all cases is nothing related to the cosplayer. None of it. All of it has been criticism, and in some cases, jokes. But because the SJWs don't like jokes, they don't like having fun, they can't not be politically correct.
Mm.
They really, really, really don't like the idea of people just enjoying themselves because feelings are more important than facts. And considering the fact that he actually, like in that situation, in one of those situations with Jeremy, he actually points out that nothing she does, he doesn't approve of it because he's like, I don't approve of it because it has no point. And just so you know, I actually looked at her statistics of how much she was making over the course of her Patreon life.
It's just doubled. Let me guess.
Oh yeah, it did. Hang on. What's her name again?
Of course it did. Just don't. It's a difficult situation either way, and it's a very difficult pill to swallow. Like the matter of the fact is that either way, what happens, you lose. You lose a cosplayer, which sucks, but you know what? They'll come and go all the time. And Magic's a big community, a big enough community, and a big enough draw where she might have come back eventually. Or you lose, or you have a giant war that goes on that literally fractures the community. And
Yep.
That's what you have right now. Is that
yeah, I'm gonna link the earnings one that I just saw. And it's gonna be all, and here you guys go, so you guys can actually.
Josh, your opinion on it?
If anything,
you just don't care.
It comes down to the point of like one person sounds like he's an asshole, everyone else is an asshole. There's a lot of assholes, so I'm just gonna stay out of this asshole arena, because I don't want to smell like shit.
You did post a Polygon article, and it was really funny watching Rory just go like, "Gotta do better than that, man." I was like, "Holy shit, Rory agrees with me."
I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
at the same time,
okay.
Like it did post at least like stuff. I was looking around just so I don't have to hot link it from fucking Reddit because every time I try to find it again, it disappears. I mean, they had all the info there.
Can I point this out about Reddit? I'm gonna actually just because when you went to Reddit, and I know you go to Reddit like nonstop, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
There's a big 3 no things about Reddit with this.
The culture is both fart sniffing and whatever.
The mods. Anytime anybody on Reddit brought up the topic to defend Jeremy or dispute the fact of what she said with asking for her evidence on what the case was or asking for anything like that, the forum was immediately deleted and they were permanently banned from MTG Reddit. Anytime.
That is.
On top of that, somebody who got he didn't get banned, but he sent a message to one of the mods saying, "Hey, why don't you just delete all the forums related to this topic, including all the things related to Christine Sparkles and Sprankles and stuff like that, and just leave it alone, and just let people forget about it." He got banned with a message of, "We will not accept your threats towards us, or else we'll take this to Reddit, to the Reddit top line."
It's just. It's all the mods of that community deserve to be shot.
They're all gremlins.
No, like, shot is too kind of a word. All of them deserve to go to North Korea for a week.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
To be shown the fact that suffering wrongthink isn't something that you want to actually experience.
No, it's not that. It's more of to show them how good they have it.